We're counting down the 15 weirdest facts you didn't know about Mr. Robot, a show where nothing is what it seems. From hidden references and cinematic homages to real, expert-approved hacking methods and secrets the cast themselves didn't discover at first, these revelations prove the series is as complex off-screen as it is on. Which behind-the-scenes secret ranks as the strangest? Let's begin with number 15. Rami Malek didn't just play Elliot, he lived inside his character's skin, right down to the clothes. Every day on set, Malek wore the same black hoodie, a piece of costume that became much more than a uniform. He called it his psychological armor, explaining in interviews that pulling up the hood helped him shrink into himself, mirroring Elliot's urge to disappear from the world. Costume designers worked with Malek to make sure the hoodie didn't feel like a superhero disguise, but instead showed Elliot's vulnerability and isolation. On some of the show's toughest filming days, like the Times Square shoot, Malek wrote in his diary about how the hoodie made him feel both hidden and exposed. That single piece of clothing turned into a symbol of Elliot's struggle, protecting him, but also reminding him that he never truly fit in. Every hack on Mr. Robot was put through a real-world stress test before it ever hit the screen. Tech consultant Cora Donna, a former cybersecurity analyst, worked alongside experts like Michael Bazell and Mark Rogers to make sure every exploit was possible with actual tools. When Elliot launches a penetration test, he's using Kali Linux, the same software real hackers rely on. Anonymous browsing scenes show the Tor browser in action, not some flashy TV invention. Even the Raspberry Pi attack on Steel Mountain's air conditioning system is based on a documented vulnerability, with consultants overseeing each command and line of code. The production team sanitized steps to avoid creating a how-to guide, but every sequence earned praise from cybersecurity pros for accuracy. Mr. Robot didn't just avoid Hollywood hacking tropes, it set a new standard for tech realism on TV. The name Mr. Robot isn't just Elliot's hallucination or a clever show title, it's quietly stamped into his past. In a blink and you'll miss it flashback, the old family computer repair shop sign appears for only a few seconds. Sam Esmail and the writers tuck this detail into early scripts, letting the shop's faded lettering anchor Elliot's fractured memory. The sign isn't just a prop, it's a silent witness to his father's influence and the trauma that shaped him. Most viewers overlooked it, but that quick shot binds the show's title to Elliot's grief and rebellion. For the writers, it was a way to layer the story, hiding the answer in plain sight long before Elliot or the audience understood just how deep the connection ran. Network executives wanted a younger, edgier face for Mr. Robot, someone with hacker credibility who could pull in a tech-savvy crowd. Sam Esmail, the show's creator, refused to compromise. He pictured Christian Slater from the very first draft, believing only Slater could deliver the kind of paternal weight and unpredictable energy the role demanded. The standoff grew heated behind closed doors. Studio memos floated names of up-and-coming actors, but Esmail pushed back, arguing that Mr. Robot had to feel like a father figure, not a peer. Executive producer Chad Hamilton recalled Esmail's ultimatum. If Slater wasn't approved, he would walk away from the project. For weeks, the show's entire future hung on this casting decision. In the end, Esmail's vision won out. Slater got the part, and the show kept its dark, commanding center, one that would shape every twist and reveal that followed. Sam Esmail's first vision for Mr. Robot wasn't a marathon, it was a sprint. He wrote a 90-page feature script about a lone hacker who uncovers a conspiracy threatening everything he knows. But as the story grew, so did its ambitions. Universal Cable Productions saw the potential for something much bigger than a 2-hour film. The world of F Society, E Corp, and Elliot's inner battles couldn't be contained by movie-length limits. Esmail has said in interviews that the plot was too big for 2 hours, and expanding to a series meant he could dig deeper into every layer, twists, side characters, and the maze of Elliot's mind. The network backed the idea, betting on a show that could unfold like a novel with space for non-linear storytelling and tangled conspiracies. That decision opened the door to the series' signature complexity, letting each episode play like a new chapter in a much larger codebase. A Season 1 episode of Mr. Robot aired on July 22, 2015, showing F-Society hacking a dating site to expose secrets and hypocrisy. Less than a month later, headlines broke about the real Ashley Madison breach, where hackers leaked user data from a site promising secrecy to millions. The timing was uncanny. Mr. Robot's script had been written and filmed long before the Ashley Madison hack was made public. Critics and fans quickly drew parallels, calling the show eerily prescient, as both stories involved public shaming and the collapse of digital privacy. News outlets like Wired and Entertainment Weekly covered the overlap, with some speculating if the writers had insider knowledge. Sam Esmail, the show's creator, insisted it was coincidence, but the resemblance was impossible to ignore. As the news cycle churned, Mr. Robot's reputation for realism only grew, blurring the line between scripted drama and real-world cyber chaos. Before the cameras rolled, the Mr. Robot cast faced a different kind of boot camp: cybersecurity training. Technical advisor Cora Donna and his team walked actors and crew through real hacking tools, phishing tactics, and digital hygiene protocols. It wasn't just theory. Early in production, multiple phishing emails targeted script drafts, prompting urgent security memos and stricter password rules on set. The threat was real enough that cast members changed their habits off-screen too. Rami Malek started taping over his laptop webcam after learning how easy it was for hackers to peek into private lives. He later joked that, thanks to the show, he couldn't look at a computer the same way again. This hands-on training wasn't just for show, it protected the scripts, the cast, and the secrets of Mr. Robot from the kind of cyber attacks the series made famous. Even off-set, digital paranoia became a daily reality. Every episode of Mr. Robot opens like a new file on Elliot's hard drive. Instead of using generic titles, the creators named each episode after an actual digital file extension: .mov, .flv, .mkv, and so on. This wasn't just a stylish nod to hacker culture. Sam Esmail wanted viewers to feel like they were peeking into different corners of Elliot's mind. Each episode a separate memory file waiting to be explored. The sequence starts with video file types in Season 1, then shifts to encrypted and compressed formats as the story gets more tangled, echoing how Elliot's reality becomes harder to unpack. Fans who noticed the pattern saw it as a running metaphor for fragmented identity and digital secrecy. Esmail confirmed in interviews that the file names mirror the show's obsession with technology and the idea that every chapter of Elliot's life is stored, hidden, or corrupted, never just played straight. Even the episode list is a puzzle, hiding meaning in plain sight. The F-Society mask became a pop culture icon almost overnight, but its roots run deeper than most fans realize. While the wide grin and sharp mustache echo the Guy Fawkes mask from V for Vendetta, the real blueprint came from a silent film nearly a century old. In 1928, Conrad Veidt starred in The Man Who Laughs, playing a character with a haunting, permanent smile, an image that stuck with Mr. Robot's prop designers. They wanted something that felt both rebellious and unsettling, so they blended Veidt's ghostly grin with the familiar lines of protest masks. Costume designer Catherine Marie Thomas described the result as familiar but haunting, rooted in pop protest and deep film history. The mask's exaggerated features weren't just for shock, they captured a sense of collective unrest, channeling the energy of both old Hollywood and modern social movements. With every F-Society broadcast, that mask became a symbol of defiance, part vintage cinema, part digital age rebellion. Season 1 found Rami Malek almost silent around Sam Esmail. Malek later admitted he was intimidated by Esmail's relentless focus and hands-on direction, describing the early days as walking on eggshells. The set diaries from that first year echo this tension. Malek keeping to himself, Esmail rewriting lines in real time, both men circling each other's creative boundaries. But over 4 seasons, something changed. By the final stretch, Malek and Esmail had built a trust that rewired the entire production. Scenes were sometimes rewritten on the day, with Malek's instincts shaping dialogue and emotional beats. One key episode in Season 4 was reshot after a late-night conversation between actor and director, resulting in a raw-air, more vulnerable performance. This evolution from wary distance to creative partnership helped bring out the show's most powerful moments, proving that the best television doesn't just come from a script, but from the collision of two minds willing to take risks together. Fight Club's fingerprints are all over Mr. Robot, but the connection runs deeper than a few nods or visual echoes. Both stories orbit around a troubled narrator and a phantom mentor who turns out to be a split personality, a structure that had critics drawing side-by-side charts after the Season 1 twist. Elliot's relationship with Mr. Robot mirrors the dynamic between the narrator and Tyler Durden, right down to the late-game reveal that the Chaos Agent is part of the protagonist's fractured mind. Fans and analysts have debated whether this crosses the line from homage to imitation, especially since Mr. Robot's twist lands with the same gut punch as Fight Club's. Despite the similarities, Sam Esmail has always pushed back against claims of copying, calling his show a love letter to psychological cinema rather than a carbon copy. No lawsuit ever landed on Esmail's desk, and legal reviews found the parallels transformative enough to dodge any copyright trouble. For Esmail, it's all about honoring his influences, using familiar DNA to build something new in the world of digital paranoia. Elliot's first words in Mr. Robot weren't written in a script. They came straight from Rami Malek's gut. During early rehearsals for the pilot, Malek began riffing on corporate greed, privacy, and paranoia, letting the anger and confusion spill out in real time. Sam Esmail watched from behind the camera and told the crew to keep rolling. The result was a raw, unscripted monologue that set the show's entire tone. Malek's improvisation wasn't just left in, it became the backbone of the series, echoing through later episodes and fan forums alike. The speech's jagged rhythm and biting honesty gave Elliot a voice that felt both dangerous and deeply wounded. Cast and crew have said that moment changed everything, giving Mr. Robot its rebellious confessional edge. By trusting an actor's instincts over a polished script, the show found its moral compass before the first episode even aired. The Red Wheelbarrow poem wasn't just a cryptic motif, it was the key to a real-world puzzle that sent fans on a digital scavenger hunt. Throughout the series, the poem pops up in Elliot's prison notebook on menus and even as a barbecue joint hiding a dark army front. But sharp-eyed viewers notice something odd. Strings of binary and hexadecimal code woven into these props. Dedicated fans, especially those from the game detectives community, got to work. They decoded the binary, revealing website addresses and passwords that led straight to a hidden site built by the show's creators. Each new clue, sometimes buried in a BBQ menu or flashed for a split second on screen, unlocked secret pages, bonus story content, and even ARG emails that responded in real time. The showrunners tracked the community's progress, tweaking the puzzles as fans advanced, and the whole journey became a legendary piece of Mr. Robot's legacy. Even after the sites were taken down, fans archived every clue and solution, preserving the hunt for future code breakers. The Red Wheelbarrow didn't just live in Elliot's world, it reached right through the screen to pull viewers into the game. The final episode of Mr. Robot doesn't just tie up loose ends, it rewires the entire series through the language of memory. Sam Esmail has said that he drew direct inspiration from Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, especially in the way Elliot's journey becomes a process of erasing and rewriting his own identity. In the finale, scenes flow in and out of each other like fragments of a dream, with memories collapsing in reverse order. The structure mirrors the emotional core of Eternal Sunshine, where characters watch their lives unravel, memory by memory, until only the truth remains. Esmail wanted viewers to feel what it's like to delete false selves and finally meet the real person underneath. The surreal montage sequences, shifting realities, and the sense of emotional catharsis all come straight from that cinematic playbook. In interviews after the finale, Esmail explained that he wanted the audience to experience Elliot's merging of identities as both a loss and a liberation. A final act of self-acceptance built from the ashes of everything that came before. Before a single episode aired, Sam Esmail already knew how Mr. Robot would end. The final twist, the truth about Elliot's identity, was written before the cameras rolled on Season 1. Esmail kept the secret close, sharing details with only a handful of trusted collaborators. Rami Malek, who played Elliot, has said he was kept in the dark about the full arc until the last possible moment. Even the writer's room worked under strict need-to-know rules, with scripts for the last episodes delivered in person and discussed behind closed doors. To prevent leaks, Esmail and his producers avoided including the true ending in official shooting scripts. Pages for the finale were sometimes printed, read, and then shredded at the end of the day. Cast members have described a climate of suspense and paranoia with only the tiniest inner circle. Esmail, Malek, and a lead producer knowing the real outcome. Crew interviews recall how alternate script pages and red herrings were circulated to throw off anyone trying to piece together the twist early. No major leaks ever surfaced, despite years of speculation and fan theories. Esmail has spoken in interviews and Reddit AMAs about the lengths he went to protect the story, saying he wanted viewers to experience the reveal at the same time as the characters. The result was a finale that felt earned and shocking, tying together every thread of identity, control, and reality that the show had explored since the pilot. Mr. Robot's ending wasn't just a secret, it was a locked box, opened only when the time was right. From Rami Malek's psychological hoodie to the mind-bending reveal that the show's ending was locked away from day one, these 15 weird facts about Mr. Robot prove just how meticulously crafted the series was. Across every entry, a clear pattern emerges. Nothing in Mr. Robot was left to chance. Real hacking tools, encoded poems, and file format episode titles show Sam Esmail's obsession with authenticity and layered meaning. The show blurred lines between fiction and reality, with cybersecurity training for the cast and storylines predicting real-world hacks. Even the most shocking entries, like the secret binary code in a poem or the finale's Eternal Sunshine inspiration, highlight Mr. Robot's unique blend of psychological depth and technical accuracy. What qualifies each fact is its hidden impact. Each detail, from casting battles to ARGs, reveals a show designed for viewers who look beneath the surface. In the world of Mr. Robot, every symbol, every glitch, and every shadow tells a story. This list reminds us that true innovation in television lies in the details most people never notice.